welcome into your Marquise Brown draft profile, all powered by PFF Edge and Elite. Marquise Brown, Mike. Haven't seen much of him this offseason. Yep. Wanted to see him run. He's been injured, but when on the field, one of the best deep threats in this entire draft class.
Yeah, he is arguably the most electric wide receiver in college football this past season in terms of what he can do with the ball in his hands after the catch. Getting open down the field, he was so much fun to watch in that Oklahoma offense, but he doesn't come without red flags. The Liz Frank injury, the contested catch issues, only 3 contested catches this past season. When you look at some other guys, 17, 18 in this draft class, he just did not have many opportunities, is not that type of receiver, and the size, only 166 pounds he weighed in at the combine. Those are some pretty big red flags that he, truthfully, with this pre-draft process, didn't get to sort of make up for in his testing.
So that's what this wide receiver evaluation is all about, though. All of these guys have very different skill sets. So go check out all of our other videos that break these guys down every which way. Can we still get value out of Marquise Brown because of that speed and the deep threat ability? Him and Kyler Murray, they were great together. Him and Baker Mayfield, they were great together. Does it matter that he only had 3 contested catches last year, 5 over the last 2 years? In this draft class of monsters who can go up and get the ball, if he's that fast and he can separate, does it even matter? Yeah,
you do worry about him being on this Tavon Austin to Deshaun Jackson spectrum in terms of smaller wide receivers. Tavon Austin, it hasn't worked out. His production there at West Virginia has not translated to the NFL. Deshaun Jackson, it did work out. He's been one of the best deep threats in the NFL over the course of his entire career. Which side of the spectrum does he fall on? I lean more the Deshaun Jackson side when you look at what he could do with the ball in his hands through contact. You know, a lot of Tavon Austin's stuff was he just made guys miss completely, but when he got touched, he was going down. Marquise Brown could actually play through contact. I see him more of a physical presence than Tavon Austin was at West Virginia, despite his size. So I think from that perspective, I see it translating better to the NFL.
There's 2 guys in the middle of Tavon Austin and Deshaun Jackson, though. John Ross, Will Fuller, guys that we've seen come in the last couple of years. Is he closer to those guys as a prospect, especially a Will Fuller, a guy that had the speed, that showed up on the field, had so much speed that it opens up some of the underneath stuff because you have to respect him on the outside, but certainly did not have that strength at the catch point to win a contested game?
Yeah, he's just not going to win in the contested catch game. He's not going to be that guy, but I think his traits are special enough in terms of his athleticism, in terms of his body control, being able to separate down the field, that I'm not too worried about it. It might not translate to every quarterback. If you have an inaccurate QB who needs a guy to have a bigger catch radius, he might not be the wide receiver for you. But if you got a guy at the quarterback position who can put the ball on a dime down the field, I think you're going to want Hollywood Brown in your offense.
60% of his targets wide open, 10 yards down the field. Part of that scheme, part of that's just his ability to run away from corners. Second in the draft class with 18 missed tackles, 4. So we're talking about a big play threat in Marquise Brown, but you got to get the right fit, the right quarterback, like you said. So there you have it, Marquise Brown, NFL Draft Profile, all powered by PFF Edge and Elite.